Now, on the entertainment segment today, we have joining us Emmanuel Adeoluwa, commonly known as Captain Daisy. He is a Nigerian film director, cinematographer, best known for his works and television series Far From Home, that's 2022, and Shantytown in 2023, and the film called The Tribe of Judah in 2023, and Jagu Jagu also in 2023. He later earned him a nomination in AMVCA for his best in cinematography. Also, we have Tobi Makinde, who is a Nigerian actor and a TV host. He became popular for his role in Timini and Nigerian film series Jennifer Diary.
He co-directed one of the highest grossing Nollywood movies, Battle on Booker Street, alongside Funke Akindele. In 2024, he received critical and audience acclaim for his portrayal of Shino Judah, a hoodlum in the blockbuster A Tribe Called Judah. Both are on the show, and we will be looking at developments in the film industry, as well as talk about the new film, The Benefactor.
Oh, The Benefactor. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
The latest in the industry at the moment is talking about the Chivido white wedding.
Yeah.
I hope you guys saw that.
Yeah,
exciting time.
Exciting.
There are lots of money spent.
About $3.7 million US.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking of how that works if that came to film. But I'm super happy for Davido and Chama. And it's been long coming. It's finally here.
Yeah. That's after the traditional wedding, and they have the white wedding.
To be honest, I didn't even know that there was another wedding coming, but it's fine.
Congratulations to the couple.
Yeah, congratulations.
And we wish them all the best. Marital bliss forever.
Amen.
You know, there's this perception that, you know, when you have a celebrity wedding, they don't last.
This one.
I beg to differ, but and with our prayers and support for them, I think, I mean, the couple clearly love each other.
Yes.
And I think love, you know,
conquers all, like they say.
Thank you so much.
And I also believe that, you know, they've been through a lot for it not to stay. So I wish them all the best.
Yes.
So let's talk about Nollywood now. So Nollywood is big. Nollywood is big and great. Over the past few years, Nollywood has hit heights that I thought that I would never see in my lifetime. But people are still concerned about quality over quantity. A lot of movies are coming out from the industry, but sometimes they still feel a bit, what do you have to say about that? Should you still prioritize quantity over quality?
I think the industry is evolving, and the things that are tossed to the industry, or the stages the industry is going through presently, requires that some people switch to survival mode. And when I say survival mode, let's do the best we can to do something, still show that we are working while we wait for bigger opportunities. That's what an average filmmaker is doing, and that's why we have a lot of films that don't seem to meet up with
the standard.
The standard. But then there are a lot of people still doing background work, quality work in the kitchen, and then, I mean, that's something we have done in the past and has opened us up greatly to world platforms, and we were able to compete at par, and we're never going to relent or give up on that, even though it takes so much to put a good film together. But I mean, that's the standard. That's what we should be working towards, and that's what our vision and final goal is.
So you have spoken as a filmmaker, Tobi. I want to hear what you have to say about that, because I mean, your career started when Nollywood was beginning to, you know, go up a bit. So how has it been for you?
The journey has been good. I would say, just like he said, there's been an evolution. Production quality has improved. Distribution has improved. A lot of things have improved. And I'm happy that you know, I transited, and you know, I'm going along with the evolution that is happening. You know, I started my career the year 1997. I was age 7. you know, at the time, and I know how movies were made at that time, and I'm still here now, 2025, and I know how movies are made now, you know, so it's a good thing to experience the change, the evolution. There's still a lot more to do, you know, but I believe that we're already scratching the surface, and very soon we'll definitely get there.
Well, I bet to disagree with you now, saying that Nollywood has improved. But we've seen some movies that you don't even have suspense. You can predict, and that's why you see some Nigerians will say, "Oh, I'm tired with all this Nigerian movie." You can predict what will happen next. There's no suspense. The plot is not well arranged. What do you make of those who are into this shabby way of producing?
So, to be honest, definitely we need to improve our storytelling. But then, this also happens all over the world. You know, in Hollywood, you see very, very good movies, and then you also see the shabby ones. So, I don't think it's synonymous to just Nollywood, you know. So, and to be honest, if we get the support that we want or that we deserve, just like he mentioned, there are a lot, you know, sometimes, just like he said, it's a survival thing. It's not like these people don't even know the right thing to do, but, you know, they just want to do something to get by, you know, but again, just like he said, definitely, you know, we need to work more on our storytelling, but to be honest, we also have people that are doing good, and I feel like we should give them kudos.
I know you guys are doing good, so don't be.
So yeah,
I can see Captain Daisy nodding his head.
I was also going to say that because technology is very open, the criteria for stepping up to a particular role as a filmmaker is seemingly not very controlled. Anyone with a phone and camera can put his friends together and do a film and put it up. Now, this person has come up to represent Nollywood.
Well,
as opposed to people who have been trained in this art, and who have gone through the rudiments of, you know, learning, of understudying, and then of creating masterpiece and things like that. So, because we have a blend of this, and we have more on the other side who just want to try something. And hey, who's to say they shouldn't try? Because we all started off experimenting and trying.
Even at the era that you have a lot of skits making.
Yes. And they, in fact, skit making and all of that seems to be making so much more quick returns than what a filmmaker will do. A proper filmmaker will make a film in the course of a year or two, and maybe wait for the third year before you get proper profit from what you've done. A skit maker can make his money in 1 month.
Gentlemen, just hold on. We'll take a break at the moment, and when we come back, we'll talk more on development of movie filmmaking in Nigeria. Do not go anywhere. Definitely, we'll be right back. Well, our guests are still very much here in the studio, Captain Daisy and Tobi Makinde. Well, I said something behind the scene earlier, talking about the cost of production, looking at the cast. How do you pay them when the turnover is not even making you guys smile to the bank? Can I get your line of thought on that?
Yeah, it's crazy, to be honest. Like I said before, and that's why you want to check and double check that the quality of work you've done is excellent, because if you make a trash film, it's not going to have a long shelf life. So that's why you also need to have a background of investors who are not hounding you on your neck, and will let your film live its shelf life. Maybe start from the cinemas, and go to VOD distribution, streamers, and from there go to in-flights, and then maybe go to televisions. So if your film is able to run this shelf life, then you stand a chance of eventually recouping your investment, and if you're lucky, maybe some profit on it. So
thank you for that answer. Let's talk about AI now. Anybody can use AI to write any script today. You can just go and say, oh, write me a script about a poor woman who meets a rich man and they get married and stuff like that. Do you think that Nollywood should see AI as a partner or as a threat?
Oh, it's you can't
Tobi,
run
I'm
away.
coming to you.
Maybe Tobi should answer that.
I want Ade to answer that first.
Okay.
I think you have to embrace technology. You just need to think of ways to adapt it to work hand in hand with you while you guide it. AI works with prompts, right? And for you to be able to give the right prompts, say for instance, I want to film in a ghetto and a slum, I as a director will give a more accurate prompt than a novice. I can come up with, I want to shoot a POV of a talent looking through the window to a dark shade room, and I have a character walking and all. I will give the right prompt to AI and you will see something more cinematic. If you're not trained in that line, you will just say there are two people sitting in the room, and that's what you get, just two people sitting in the room. But a better prompt gives a more cinematic experience. So it's now a synergy between myself and AI.
Tobi?
Yeah, just like he said, technology should be embraced. And once it's embraced, it's for us as creatives to now harness it, the proper way. A lot of times I've used AI to create scenarios, but sometimes even AI flops. But because I know what I want, just like you said, give the proper prompt. If AI is not getting it right, correct and harness it properly. So basically, AI is definitely good. I mean, it has helped us a lot digitally, in the world of film, and it should just be harnessed properly, basically.
Let's talk about your new film coming up, The Benefactor. I think it was released yesterday in cinema.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
The Benefactor is out, first of all. So guys, go out, all cinemas
I hope he's not
nationwide.
directing it with AI.
When I just did my storyboarding and director's treatment.
Yeah, so it was an amazing experience being on that set. I was first drawn to the script after saying, I remember Captain Devts calling me up and saying, bro, I get this film, but you know what? Take the script first and decide whether you want to take up the role. And he told me the role, I read the character, and for me it felt different from like the norm, like the rollouts we've been having in Nollywood, and I'm like, yes, I'm up for it, because the the thematic preoccupation of the film is basically sexual harassment and all of that, and that's something that is predominant in our society today, and a lot of people don't talk much about it. And I liked the fact that film was pointing fingers at this topic, and so I was drawn to it. I was happy to take up the role, and we had an amazing experience. It's not my first time working with Captain Devts. He's always, is my guy, and we always have, an amazing time working together. We discuss like the character. What do you expect of the character? What do you want from this character? How do you want this character to move your story forward? And we had such conversations, and it was a seamless shooting experience.
Okay, so I'm still going to come to your character in that Benefactor. Let me come to you, Captain Devts. How will this Benefactor address the social vices that we have in the country, and the message is passing to Nigerians and beyond?
Oh, so the Benefactor actually starts to address this issue from the home. I think the foundation of anything starts from the family, and when something goes wrong within the family and it's not properly addressed, if it's swept under the carpet, there's a ripple effect of what the repercussion will have on that individual that later on in life comes up to define how the person reacts if put in such situation. And so we started it from the family nucleus and then amplified it into a larger society.
So it's a case of charity begins at home.
Exactly.
Basically.
Exactly.
Okay, back to the character. You made mention that he gave you a particular act to play, and how were you able to fit into that? And
I think first of all, just tell us about your character.
Yeah,
okay.
Are you the son? Are you the abuser? So we can know if we are entering the cinemas to know that we are going to fight you.
Yeah. So the character, is sort of like a villain in this story.
I said it.
And I mean, fitting into the character wasn't difficult. The only difficult part, of course, was the abuse, because I'm a pro protecting the girl child kind of person, and then I had to play a character that is opposite that. It was quite cringy, but I mean, we're actors, so we had to make it believable, of course.
Like a bully?
Sorry, say that again?
Like a bully?
No, not even a bully. Like, he literally, sexually violated his cousin.
All right.
And it was cringy for me because, first off, the person I was even acting alongside is a younger sister to me in the industry, and then having to now play that role was, but then we had to make it believable, because if we don't tell the story, who will? And, but apart from that, there wasn't any other thing that really, really challenged me. It was just basically a naughty, stubborn pastor's child who was, stuck on gambling, drinking, and other vices.
Don't worry, you act that role anytime soon. But we'll
Why
be ready
are
for
you
you.
the stubborn child? In many of the movies, you are the stubborn child.
Captain Exy, why do you cast me for
To be honest, I find it exciting to work with an actor-director because the conversations are very seamless. It's I'm throwing off something to Tobi and he's taking me a step ahead, and that's beautiful. As a filmmaker, you want that kind of energy around you, so you're not dropping the ball in any moment. Even the minute little things, he comes to whisper that, can we also add this? What do you think if we? And I'm like, bro.
You guys, I'm getting some feedback. I'm getting your feedback here. You guys have to remove your glasses because they can't even see your faces.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's see what you guys are.
It's show business.
Yeah.
Captain Daisy, many thanks for coming on the show this morning. And Tobi Makinde,
Thank you for having us.
We wish you guys all the best.
Yes.
Thank you
so much for
Right,
having us.
we'll take a break now. When we come back, the sport guys are ready to take us in the world of sports. Do not go anywhere.